Hello friends, today we will be going over NSURLsession and configuration. So if you want to download anything in the background or you want to pause it, so now in iOS 9 it's possible using NSURLsession. So let's go over these slides. So NSURLsession is basically it provides an API to download data from the internet or from a server. And then the second thing, it provides delegate methods to download data in the background, like when the app is suspended or when the app is not running. So to use NSURLsession, you have to configure these basic classes NSURLsession configuration first. So you have to use this class whenever you want to pause or do the downloading in the background and stuff, because it defines the behavior and policies that are used when uploading and downloading data. So you have to use this one only when you're uploading and downloading data, and that's it. Because this one initializes an NSURLsession object. Then you have the Initialization Task. It is an abstract class like an interface. You need to perform tasks. It is used when you have to perform tasks like downloading, uploading, or exchanging data. It has three main subclasses that you have to use: Initialization Data Task, Session Upload Task, Session Download Task. Okay, so session data task. It is used when you are just exchanging data, like JSON data is coming in or going out or XML. It does not support background sessions, so you cannot do downloading in the background. And it is just to receive NS data objects. So it is made for short time for the server, and it can return one by one at a time, like through a completion handle. And this one is not storing data onto your disk. It is just a temporary data back from the server. NSURL session download task. This this class is used to make the downloading in the background or have a long download, and this class actually downloads the file into your disk, which can be later be copied and pasted to the documents folder, and then can be accessed from there for later use. This is US session upload task. This is a subclass of data task. It is used to uploading data, and because it is a subclass of data task, because it is using temporary memory to upload data. So these are the three delegate methods of download tasks that we will be using for a day. This is the finished downloading to URL. So when when it's finished, it will give you the location where it is stored on the disk. And this one is for like the progress, for how long, how many bytes have been written and how many bytes are there to write. And this is for suppose if it stops with any error or something, and then you can print out the error. Okay, so let's make a new project and get started. So I just made a new project over here. Okay, so let's come to our storyboard. Let's create a few buttons. So let's make this one pause, play. Play, pause, cancel. Okay, and this is a progress view. So let's make the IB actions for these ones. Play action. Oh, I have to make a IB action and not IB. Okay, and then the progress view. So now in our view did load, we have to first start configuring our. So the first class was, as we all know, it was the Initialization configuration. So we have to make a few. I like to make instance variables. NSURLsession start session NSURL download task. Okay, so you first give the session so we go inside this class over here. So we go inside this class over here, and this is the method that we have to use, and that's a class method, session with configuration. So you say NSURL session with configuration. So you can just give NSURL session configuration, then you can say default configuration. So this one I've given the configuration, and I'm setting my delegate, and delegate queue, you don't need to give any delegate queue for now. Okay, so I've given my configurations, and now in our play we have to check if so now I have to give the download task is equal to nil. So then you say again the same session download task with URL. Now you have to give the URL, so we make the URL NSURL star URL NSURL URL with string. That's where you give the string. So this is my string that I would be using. URL I need to have a colon. Now once you have a download task, so now this method will return back a download task which will be saved over here. Now you just need to say, since this is a download task which can be resumed, and suppose if it's not, yeah, suppose if it's not nil, that means you have to just resume. And this one is paused, so that means it's download task suspend. This one is cancelled, so you can just do this. Download task. Okay, we did. So we have the configuration. So we return the NSURLsession over here with configuration. This is a method which will return me NSURLsession with this configuration. So I have the session over here. Then this method will be returning me a session, returning me a download task with this URL on this session. And now I need to just incorporate my protocol classes, NSURL session download delegate, because we have to use the method inside this class. Inside this class you have to use this one. Basically these two methods probably. So we and over here we should also set the progress view. Sorry, dot progress view. Set progress 0 animated. Yes. Make it no. Okay. And over here, so this is the one which is called every time the data is getting loaded. So in this one we say self dot progress view set progress, and progress is my total bytes written by total byte expected to write. So it is total bytes written divided by total bytes to write expected to write animated. Yes. So now we can see the progress, and so this is the location. So once the task is done, so the file will be stored in this local place. So let's at least run and see the code is like running this far. I think we have to do the info.plist thing. Probably it's gonna stop the info.plist. So open your this thing. So guys, you need to have this code inside your info.plist. I'm just copying pasting. You can Google it, or you can just look at my video and copy and paste it. So once I did this, now it should be good to go. It's gonna take a while probably, but still it should work. So guys, this is the issue. Probably it's not working. So our delegate queue cannot be nil, because this is, so we have to call the ns operation queue main queue. So you have to give it a queue to run. Then when we execute it and then we hit play, so now it should be working. So you see this bar, it's gonna take some time to do the configurations, and then see, so it is working, it is downloading. Okay, and now once it downloaded, so we have the file in our location. So you can just print out the location if you want to see whether your file is there or not. So when I print it out, I can see my location. So my location has came up. This is my location. I will just go to the desktop, go to folder, and this one I'll just copy paste what I have. I should probably have the users. So guys, so this is the file which has been downloaded in the simulator. Okay, so now we have to so this is a video, right? So now we have to save it to our photos album. So to save it to photos album, you have to first copy to our documents folder. Okay, so you first make it, so you have to first make the documents folder, and as you all know, it is the search path for directories in domain. So the directory name is ns user directory. The mask is ns user domain mask bool no and space object at index 0. So this is the syntax. I really can't help it, so you have to access this one over here. So this is Objective C. We have to use the square brackets, and since we will be dealing with files, so you have to make a file instance of a file manager. ns file manager default manager, and now we check for the file if it's in the location or not. If file manager exists, file exists at path, and this is a video location. So this video path is basically the location for the user application, and this is the location where the application stored it. So we are copying from this location to this location. And now we say file manager, okay, replace item at URL. So this is the video path with location, backup item name nil, options, file manager item replace options. Okay, so we have this one, user replacement options, new metadata only. So this is my options that I wanted to choose, metadata only. We can make error, we can make nil. This one can also be nil. Okay, so once you have it over here, so then you can just simply just do the UI. So before you give this URL to this video part, this video part needs a URL, and this is just a string. So we have to make it a URL, convert this into a URL. So you say NSURL star URL, NSURL URL with string, and then with string also needs to give a video path. So you say video path string by appending path component. So this one will take a name, video dot mp4, because this is a mp4 video, string by, this is wrong, just string by appending path component, string by appending path, this one. Okay, so once we have it over here, and you have to convert this location into a path. So you say path, no, this one is this URL. Okay, so now we have to save it to our photos album. So it is UI save videos part to photo save. This is a method that we're going to be using, and you have to give the path, which is an NS string. So you say URL space path, and you can make the rest as nil. And that's it. So now this should work probably. So what we did, so we replaced this item. So we made the URL of the user domain directory. Then we made this instance because we have to call the file manager methods, and then we made this document directory string into a URL, and then we added the name of the video, and then we're gonna be doing this. So then we do this, then we call this method replace item. So basically you're copying this location file, the temporary location, to this document directory, and then we are saving it to UI photos album. So let's run. So once you hit play, and once it is done completely, let's see the error. So it says object at index 0. So guys, you have to make this one to yes, and you have to make this one to ns documents directory and not user domain. ns documents directory. Okay, and now hit run. And now when you hit play, it should probably work. Yeah, you like to access photos. And now when you hit command shift home, so it should be downloading it. So see, it works. It is downloading the video in my photos album. So thank you guys for watching my video. If you like my video, so please subscribe to my video and see you next time.